Okie doke, YouTube. It's me, I'm back. It's a week later, I guess. The reason I didn't want to do it like the day after surgery and whatnot is because I felt really nauseous and I slept the majority of the day. And I didn't want to push my limits because yesterday I finally had my pre-op appointment and I can wear clothes that go over my head versus after surgery. I could only wear like button-ups and zipper kind of stuff, nothing that goes over my head. So anyway, as an update of the last week, like I said, the day of surgery felt really nauseous. They said that happens to quite a few people with anesthesia, and then not to be gross, but they said with pain medication and anesthesia makes a lot of people constipated. So just an added detail there, keep that in mind. Then the next day, I felt a ton better. I could finally eat stuff and I was sore, obviously, but it was just like a pressure soreness, not necessarily pain. And Saturday, the third day, was the worst day as far as pain. I felt like my skin was really stretching, that, sometimes you get a headache and it feels like throbby. That's kind of what my breast felt like, was just throbby anytime I moved. But for those first few days, I really would recommend having somebody watch after you and help you, because I really couldn't sit up from bed because I can't use my arms, and my ribs and abs and everything were just so sore. I really needed help, so I was thankful that my boyfriend and my best friend and my mom were willing to help me those first 3 nights. But also, it was just uncomfortable because they tell you to sleep in an upright position so that your chest, or that your head is above your heart, so that any inflammation from your breast would go towards your feet, the bottom of your body, because they really don't want inflammation or your fluid to build up in your chest. For me, they told me to ice 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off, and they just gave me ice packs to kind of just sit on it. And I was the most sore on the side, like right underneath my armpits, I guess, because I had that underneath incision, inframammary incision. So that's where I put ice the most, but I was just very diligent to follow their directions as far as icing. Don't overdo it. I do have a dog, so I couldn't walk. I walked, even that first day I walked, but somebody else had to carry the leash for my dog. So after Saturday, that being the worst day, as far as soreness, pain level, I felt 100 times better, and I could finally move. I was able to shower finally on the third day, but I couldn't reach over past my knee because I just felt so much. I think it's because, the doctor said it was because of the weight of your implants. You're just not used to it yet. Your skin isn't used to it, so it really felt like honestly, like my nipple was gonna pop off or something. It was really strange. So I had somebody else. I had my boyfriend actually wash my legs and my feet. That was really nice of him. And then, I was pretty much able, after the 5th day, to do anything as far as lifting. I could finally pour my own milk or make my own breakfast and stuff after a few days, but I'm still not back to work. The surgeons originally tell people, at least they told me, my surgery was on a Thursday. They said I could go back to work on Monday, but I'd recommend, personally, at least a week to go back to work, just because you can't lift much more than 5 pounds, and you have to ice on and off, so just didn't make much sense to me. So luckily, like I said, I was a server, or I am a server, so I'm able to get that time off. But I guess what you've been waiting for probably is the after. And so I still wore the shirt that I wore in my previous video, but there's no padding or anything or underwire. They still told me not to wear a bra for like 3 more weeks, so a month total. And just to wear camisoles with like the built-in bras. So I bought a few of those. But anyway, here is my shirt and my implants. I feel like so I still am, like my last video, I still have not a whole lot of cleavage because I'm just bony, but they actually ended up doing 2 different sizes for my implants. I didn't notice when I was small that I guess my right breast was larger than my left, so they put in my right one 350 cc, and then my left one they put 375 cc to even them out, and they do that during surgery. So here it is. I guess this doesn't even necessarily go down all the way. On the side, I think I had wanted to be like a 34C. I was a 34A before surgery. I think that's what I am. I tried on bathing suits, and versus wearing a small, now I wear a large, which is kind of odd, but I still have my steri strips, like these are where my incisions are, and they said don't take these off, it'll just come off with your, just over time it'll disintegrate or they'll peel off. So that's where my incisions are. I was really hoping to see the operating room. That was like my #1 goal, and I went in was to see the operating room. And by the time I put anesthesia, like my IV in me, I was probably awake for like a half hour, and then I never ended up, or I don't remember seeing it. They must have just laid me in the bed, like picked me up and laid me in there. So kind of sad I didn't get to see the operating room, but otherwise it was a good experience. I was there at 6:30 in the morning, and then I was in the operating room at 7:30, and I was out and awake in the recovering room at 9:45. So I guess the whole surgery was 2 hours, but I was there for 3 hours, or right, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, yeah, 4 hours. So anyway, as always, I hope to just update your knowledge. So if you have any questions, let me know, or if you want to see different views, obviously. I think in a few weeks I have my next appointment, and hopefully at that point I can wear bathing suits that have an underwire or whatever, so that I can show you maybe a bathing suit view or something if that's necessary. But alright, bye! I forgot to add, but I'll just do it quick. When I first got out of surgery, I had a compression bra on, and you can see those in other YouTube videos of other people. I actually already threw mine away yesterday when they told me I didn't have to wear it anymore. But came with a compression bra, and then when I woke up from surgery, I had on one of those strips as well to push down your implants, and that was very uncomfortable, but I just did it because obviously that's what they told me to do. They're professionals. But also, when I went into my appointment yesterday, so 6 weeks after surgery, the doctor said I had no bruising and very little swelling, and he was very happy. So I guess my number one piece of advice is just follow their directions. They told me not to wear stuff over my head, so I didn't do that. And they told me to ice, so I ice constantly. Don't push your limits. And yeah, I'm just really happy. They think that the first week you're just irritable and it kind of looks funky when you first get them done because literally your breasts look like pyramids, or people say torpedoes, but I guess I say they look like pyramids because they're just like cones on your chest. But those go away quickly, so just be positive, everything will work out. Yep. Alright,